Hey y'all, this is Thompson back with another video, and I'm going to talk about collaboration. Alright, so now we know all this stuff. I've seen people doing collaboration and stuff, working together as a team. I've seen that I've seen people do that in workplaces. I've seen that in in amusement parks. I've seen that in everywhere I've seen. So now I'm going to talk about it. So let's get to the point. Now, when it comes to working together, sometimes it is not that simple. It really isn't, because you got to bring that one person in instead of you working by yourself. You got to have the ideas together, and you got to come up with agreement together. That's difficult too, and that is tough, and it takes a while too. So it may be hard, and it's like, what I'm trying to say is, it's difficult to process what you guys want, and to know what you guys want and come in agreement together. So when it comes to working together, you got to come up with stories, you got to come up with ideas, you got to agree with each other, and we got to not come up with arguments. But sometimes that's just what you do. Sometimes you got to argue with each other and then try to come up with a point and come in a agreement together. Sometimes you got to agree to disagree. That's what we hear all the time. Now, I learned about collaboration in my school like last week. Yeah, last week. It was a pain, for real. It's a pain to work together, because like one of my classmates, we both come up with our ideas together, and we had to do this on one story. One makeup story about the mockingbird and the parrot, and something that they could have in common with each other, and something that we could make a comic book out of it. I mean, not a comic book out of it, but like a storyboard, and who's gonna do the writing, who's gonna do the drawing. It's hard to do all that. It's hard to do that and come up with agreement together. So we didn't do it was not supposed to be. We're not perfect with how we work. I'm just saying, collaboration is hard. And so yeah, we used to do this makeup story about the parrot and the mockingbird. We had to draw our own concept of the mockingbird and the parrot. And so and then I just mostly I just follow up people's stories of what we could do to make this work, to make the story work, make the project work. When it comes to collaboration, you have to start. One person cannot work the project or start it. One person's gotta let the others do the work with them, and that's hard. I know I said it before, so I'm gonna say it again. It's hard. It's difficult, and it's very anxious too. Like, sometimes you get anxious when you're working as a group. I feel that all the time. And I had this one conversation with my mom. She would be talking about, when we have these conversations together, she'd be talking about how she likes work, and sometimes she doesn't like work. Mostly she doesn't like work, but I'm not gonna, it's none of my business. But she tells me these things. Sometimes when she's at work, they always do something without her, not including her in the team. It's very hard. She gets upset when somebody goes behind her back when they're supposed to work with her. Supposed to work with my mom. And sometimes people just don't want to work together. Some people just want to go behind other people's backs, stealing their ideas. That's the stupid thing about collaboration, is stealing ideas. Stealing ideas and getting all the credit. One person taking the idea, one person taking people's ideas, taking all the credit too. I think I already said that. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, that's the stupidest thing to do. So don't have that one person steal your ideas, steal your credit, period. And but yeah, I don't like collaboration when it comes to school and work. You know, the only thing I like about collaboration, you know, the other thing, you know what? Let me go back. If I want to collaborate, I want to at least have some fun with it. You know, we take our time. You do your part, I'm gonna do mine. You know, I want collaboration for fun. No deadlines at all. And no pressure, no anxiousness. That's what I want in a collaboration. You know, we don't need no deadline. But sometimes when it comes to school and work, you have a deadline. You just have to do it, which is difficult because I'm not this guy I'm not this person who's going to meet a deadline. It's that difficult. It's very anxious too. But when it comes to collaboration in your own time, in your own free time with somebody, just do it for fun. No deadlines, no pressure. Take your time, you know, have a break, take a time out, whatever. Doesn't matter. But when it comes to school and work, not that simple. You have to deal with the pressure, the anxiousness. You have to overcome it. But at the same time, you have a right to be anxious. You have a right to panic. And it's scary because it's hard to come up with ideas and then put it all in one work before the deadline. But if I were you, if you're not in school or work, and if you want a collaboration, do it for fun. Do it in your own time. Don't pressure anybody. No deadlines. None of that. So, and sometimes when there's one person who keeps arguing and arguing, and then all of a sudden they're tired of this team and they don't want to be a part of it anymore. Well, guess what? If that one person doesn't want to be part of the team, there's the door. You could walk away out of this door. You know, I'll hold the door for you and I'll slam it shut if you don't want to be part of this team. You know, if you really don't like the team we have, stay away from us. We'll stay away from you. Matter of fact, don't be a part of this team in the first place. I don't have a team right now, but I'm just saying that, for example, anybody could have an argument. Anybody could argue. Anybody could have a fight with you. Anybody could have a beef with you. I know I said that. Said that so many times, and it means the same thing. But I'm just saying, anybody could have a fight and walk out the door and not come back. You know, sometimes I used to hear this one quote. You know, sometimes when you're in a team, you can't always get out. And sometimes when you have a team, you always get out, but you don't come back. They always say, and some people say, you go ahead and walk out the door, just so you know you don't come back. Period. You know, the door is already shut. Find another door to open. Okay, so I think I said enough in this video, and I hope this helps and understand and stuff. Collaboration is not simple, unless it's fun and no deadlines. Alright, so this is Eric Thompson. Dislike this video. I'm gonna do Postmates. I'm gonna go to work, make my money. You know, sometimes you're better off working alone. I would do it too. I'm better off working alone. But if I'm gonna collaborate, I do it for fun. No deadlines. Alright, so I'm gonna do my part and I'm gonna wear this mask, you know, go to work. And I already got gas, so I'm good to go. And I already got through my small check thing, so I got my new registration. You know, whatever you do, you have to be responsible for your car. Anyway, alright, so I'll see you guys in the next video with the different topics. I'll see you guys later. This is Eric, I'm out.